man was walking down the street with a bag of cat food. He did this most days, feeding the street cats in his area. He liked to make sure they had something to eat. While he was putting food in the usual spots, he heard tiny cries coming from nearby. The sound was small but clear, the crying of baby kittens. He looked around until he found the source of the crying. There they were, a bunch of tiny kittens huddled together at the edge of the road. They were very small with barely open eyes, looking scared and alone. The man felt sad seeing them there without their mother. The roadside was dangerous for such small creatures. The man knew he needed to help these kittens. First, he looked around for something to put them in. He found an empty box that someone had thrown away. He picked it up and made it comfortable by putting his scarf inside to make a soft bed. Then very gently, he picked up each kitten and placed it in the box. They were so tiny they fit in his hand, and he could feel them shaking with fear. While helping the kittens, the man kept looking around. He knew mother cats often hide when people come near their babies. He walked slowly, checking under bushes and cars. Then he saw her, a thin cat, watching him from under a bush nearby. She looked worried as she watched him with her kittens. The man stayed still and talked softly to the mother cat. He wanted to show her he meant no harm. He moved the box where she could see her babies inside. He waited patiently, not making any sudden moves. After a while, the mother cat slowly came out from her hiding place. She was skinny and looked tired, but her eyes never left her kittens. Step by step, the mother cat came closer until she reached the box. She jumped in and started checking each of her babies, licking them clean. The kittens squirmed happily at their mother's touch. The man felt good seeing them together again, but he knew they still needed help. The mother cat was too thin, and the streets were not safe for the little family. The man remembered there was an animal clinic not far away. Carefully, he lifted the box with both the mother and her kittens inside. At the clinic, the man explained how he had found the cat family. The staff quickly took them to a quiet room. The vet came in and began checking each of them. The vet told the man that the kittens were very young and would need special care. The mother cat needed good food and medicine for the fleas and worms she likely had from living outside. After buying all the supplies at a pet store, the man brought the cat family to his home. He set up a quiet corner in a spare room where they would feel safe. He put the box with soft new blankets in this corner. He set out food and water for the mother cat and placed a litter box nearby. He made sure the room was warm enough for the tiny kittens. The mother cat seemed to sense she was in a safe place. She looked around the room carefully, then went back to her kittens and settled down with them. When the man put food near her, she ate it quickly, barely stopping to breathe. She was very hungry after living on the streets and trying to feed her kittens. The man noticed how she kept her body pressed against her babies even while eating, keeping them warm and safe. The man checked on the cat family often, but tried not to bother them too much. He saw the mother cat becoming more relaxed, making a purring sound as she nursed her kittens. The kittens, with full bellies and in a warm, safe place, slept peacefully. It was hard to believe that just hours ago they had been on the cold roadside in danger. That evening, as the man sat quietly watching the cat family, he felt happy with what he had done. That morning, these cats had been fighting to stay alive on dangerous streets. The kittens might not have lived through another night outside, and the mother cat was slowly starving while trying to care for her babies. Now they had shelter, food, and medical care. The mother cat looked at the man and blinked slowly, which he knew meant she was starting to trust him. The man decided to contact local animal rescue groups for help with finding homes for the kittens when they were old enough. He took pictures of the cat family and shared their story online, being careful not to show exactly where he lived. He explained how he had found them and said they would need homes in about 2 months. He also talked about why it's important to get pets fixed so there aren't more homeless animals. Many people responded to his post. Some offered advice, some offered help with supplies, and some said they might want to adopt a kitten later. A person from a rescue group offered to help make sure any future homes would be good ones. The man felt better knowing he had support from others who cared about animals. Through the night, the man checked on the cats a few times. The mother cat always watched him when he came in the room, but didn't seem scared anymore. By morning, the kittens were more active, making small sounds as they nursed. The mother cat had used the litter box and eaten all her food. These were good signs that the cat family was doing well in their new home. In the days that followed, the man took good care of the cat family. He kept their area clean, gave them fresh food and water, and spent time sitting near them so they would get used to him. Soon the mother cat began to greet him when he came in the room, sometimes rubbing against his legs when he brought food. The kittens grew stronger each day, getting bigger as their mother was able to make better milk from eating good food. The man had never thought of himself as someone who loved cats, but watching this family grow healthy under his care changed him. He looked forward to feeding times and quiet moments watching the kittens as they learned new things. He began to see their different personalities. Some were brave, some were playful, some were quiet and watchful. As weeks passed, the man took pictures and notes about the kittens growing up. He kept the rescue groups updated and continued caring for the mother cat too. Her fur became shinier and she gained weight as she got proper food. The vet showed the man how to handle the kittens often so they would be friendly with people, which would help them find homes later. The day the kittens first climbed out of their box to explore was special. Their tiny legs weren't very steady, but they were curious about everything. The mother cat watched carefully, sometimes picking up a kitten that went too far and bringing it back to their bed. Soon the kittens were playing together, learning to pounce and chase through their games. What started as a simple kind act on an ordinary day had changed several lives, the cat's and the man's too. He became someone who spoke up for street cats in his community, helping with the local rescue group and teaching others about taking care of pets properly. He told his story to friends and neighbors, hoping to inspire more people to help animals in need. The mother cat and her kitten that stayed became beloved pets, bringing joy to the man's home. On quiet evenings when they curled up near him as he watched TV or read, he often thought about that day he found them by the road. Sometimes the smallest choice to stop and help instead of walking by could make the biggest difference. For the cat family, it had meant the difference between life on the streets and a safe, loving home. For the man, it had opened his heart to a new kind of love and purpose.